Hi everyone, it's been a long time. I'm getting ready to run a lot of errands. My name is Debbie. I've been on YouTube for about, 14 years, and I started this to help other people with domestic abuse and to help them recognize it when it comes. A lot of people don't even know that they're being abused. But there's been a tragedy in my family. The matron of honor at my wedding was my aunt. I was living with her when I got emancipated in Chantilly, and she married my mother's brother. He was my favorite uncle. He let me live with him when I became emancipated. I had my own car, and I had 2 jobs while in high school, and I had to prove to the judge that I could take care of myself. And I was, like I said, I was still in high school. So she divorced my uncle, and she married another gentleman who was a Vietnam War vet, and he had a child. I won't give out his name for just for obvious reasons, but he was living in a little teeny motorhome, I was told, at my ex-husband's house. And my son has worked with him off and on in the tree business. I owned the company for 40 years, and then it was stolen from me. Yeah, he just started up an LLC and didn't close the other one that I know of. I never got compensation or anything. But that's another story. So, back to this gentleman. Let's call him, let's give him a name. Jacob. We'll call him Jacob. For privacy reasons. But everybody kind of knew he was on drugs, and he'd recently lost his girlfriend. He does have a son, and I think Jacob was doing meth. I don't know much about hard drugs. In fact, I don't know anything. So everybody kind of knew he had a drug problem. Well, he went to do his laundry, and evidently he must have taken too much. I don't know, but the cops found him running around the giant parking lot naked. They took him to the hospital. His organs failed. I was told he was brain dead, and he passed away today. I think they unplugged him off the ventilator. Don't quote me on any of this because it's hearsay, what I've been told. But it's a very, very sad thing because drugs seem to be infiltrated into every family. It is very sad. I don't think I'll be going to the funeral, even though Jacob has always been good to me and kind. And just before this incident happened, my son had even called him the day before to check on him. So I'm grateful for that. And that's what I try to get across to you guys. Check on people. I don't never tell anybody what I'm going through. I don't tell anybody. I keep a lot of things to myself. I only let you guys know 10% of what's going on in my life. Because I do think that people deserve some privacy. But drugs are everywhere. You may not even know that somebody in your family is using. For instance, I've been single now for about, my divorce was in 2013. I left him in 2007. And my last 2 fiancés, I found out one was a recovering alcoholic, and he was pretty much brain dead because he just acted so abnormal. So I found and abuse in his cabinet when I was looking for salt and pepper. So it was not anything he was trying to hide, but he did tell me he had an alcohol problem. I didn't know it was that severe. And he once told me when we went to Ocean City that I'm responsible for his sobriety. Oh, hell no. You're responsible for your own sobriety. And that's what I told him. And then my next fiance, madly in love with him, and then he started disappearing. We'd be like on a date and he'd leave. Let me tell you, that's one of the first signs that somebody is using. They got to go get their fix, right? And then on Christmas Eve, I was spending the night with him. I kind of like had to move in with him because my condo got flooded 10 times. I finally filed suit and won. But here I am, and, laying in his bed on Christmas Eve, and I turn around and he's snorting pills, and he denied it with me looking at him. This is the life of an addict. You catch them right in the act, they're going to still lie to you. I mean, I cried myself to sleep. I got on his couch, and I couldn't even call an Uber because there's no Uber in that neighborhood. And I didn't want to bother anybody on Christmas Eve. But the next day, I took down my Christmas tree that I had put up in his house, and I never went back. He's apologized, and he's gotten himself straight. He's one of the very rare ones that went to AA every day, and he got clean. I'm very proud of him. But, so, drugs are everywhere. Please be aware. Please be vigilant. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Bye. Hit the subscribe button.